The haunted carnival. The old carnival loomed at the edge of town, its rusted gates creaking in the wind like a warning. Emily stood at the entrance, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement as she eyed the abandoned rides. Tyler, her best friend, was right behind her, whispering tales of the tragic fire that had closed the carnival down. Jordan, always the skeptic, laughed at the stories, dismissing them as old town legends meant to scare kids. Maya, the quiet one of the group, shivered as she felt a cold breeze brush past her, as if the carnival itself was watching. "This place is a ghost town," Jordan scoffed, but even he couldn't ignore the eerie silence that surrounded them. They pushed open the gate, the metal groaning as if resisting their entrance into the forgotten carnival grounds. The Ferris wheel, once the main attraction, stood still, its seats swaying slightly in the wind like phantom riders. Tyler thought he saw a shadow move within the funhouse, but when he blinked, it was gone, leaving him uneasy. Emily led them deeper into the carnival, her flashlight casting long, flickering shadows that seemed to dance. As they passed the old carousel, its faded horses appeared to be frozen mid-gallop, their eyes hollow and empty. Maya stopped suddenly, feeling a presence behind her, but when she turned around, nothing was there. They reached the funhouse, its entrance a gaping mouth that seemed to swallow the darkness whole. Tyler hesitated, sensing something wrong, but Emily's curiosity pushed them forward into the maze of mirrors. Inside, the mirrors reflected twisted versions of themselves, their images distorted and grotesque. Jordan laughed nervously, but his voice echoed back at him, growing fainter until it faded completely. "This isn't funny," Maya whispered, her eyes darting around as she felt the weight of unseen eyes. Emily led them through the maze, but every turn seemed to bring them back to where they started. Tyler began to see faces in the mirrors, not their own, but ghostly figures with sad, empty eyes. The group reached the center of the funhouse, where an old stage stood, curtains drawn as if ready for a show. Suddenly, the curtains parted on their own, revealing a troupe of ghostly performers frozen in their final act. Maya gasped as she felt a connection with the spirits, their sorrow washing over her like a cold wave. Emily stepped forward, drawn to the stage, but as she did, the lights flickered, casting eerie shadows. Tyler heard the faint sound of carnival music playing, but it was warped, like a record spinning too slowly. The ghostly performers began to move, repeating their final performance in a haunting loop. Jordan tried to pull Emily back, but she was entranced, unable to look away from the tragic spectacle. Maya felt a whisper in her mind, the spirits begging for release, their pain unbearable after so many years. The temperature dropped, and the group could see their breath as the air grew heavy with the scent of smoke. Tyler saw flames in the mirrors, reflections of the fire that had once consumed the carnival and its performers. Emily's flashlight flickered out, plunging them into darkness, where only the ghostly glow of the spirits remained. The spirits' eyes fixed on Maya, who realized they needed help to be freed from their endless torment. Tyler grabbed Maya's hand, feeling the energy of the spirits pass through her, as if she was a conduit. "We have to do something," Maya said, her voice trembling with the weight of the spirits' desperation. The mirrors shattered around them, shards falling like rain, as the carnival began to come alive with ghostly energy. The group stumbled out of the funhouse, only to find the carnival rides moving on their own, creaking ominously. The Ferris wheel spun slowly, its seats empty but filled with the invisible weight of the spirits. The carousel started turning, the hollow-eyed horses seeming to watch the group as they passed. Emily's heart raced as she realized the carnival was a trap, designed to keep the spirits bound to this place. Maya felt the spirits guiding her, showing her flashes of the ritual they needed to perform to set them free. The ground beneath them began to rumble, and the smell of smoke grew stronger as the past and present collided. Tyler saw the fire again, this time not just in the mirrors, but licking at the edges of the carnival grounds. "We need to do the ritual now," Maya urged, feeling the spirit's anguish intensify as the fire spread. Emily found an old, charred book lying near the stage, its pages filled with ancient symbols and incantations. They gathered around Maya as she began to chant, the words flowing through her as if the spirits were speaking. The fire roared around them, the flames growing higher, but the spirits remained, watching them with hope. The rides creaked and groaned, their movements slowing as the ritual took effect, the spirits beginning to fade. The ghostly performers stepped forward, their faces softening as they were finally released from their tragic loop. As the final words of the ritual were spoken, the spirits began to disappear, leaving only the fire behind. The group ran for the gate, the flames chasing them as the carnival began to collapse, consumed by the fire. Tyler looked back just in time to see the Ferris wheel buckle and fall, crashing down in a shower of sparks. They burst through the gate just as the flames engulfed the carnival, the air filled with the crackling of burning wood. The fire roared behind them, but the spirit's presence was gone, leaving the carnival to burn down to ashes. Emily collapsed on the ground, breathless, as she watched the flames consume the carnival one last time. Maya felt a sense of peace wash over her, knowing the spirits were finally free, their pain at an end. Jordan stared at the burning carnival, shaken, no longer able to dismiss the reality of what they'd experienced. Tyler put a hand on Maya's shoulder, grateful that she had been able to help the spirits find peace. As the sun began to rise, the flames died down, leaving nothing but smoldering ruins where the carnival once stood. The group walked away from the ashes, forever changed by the night they spent in the haunted carnival. They knew they'd never forget the spirits of the performers who once called the carnival home, now finally at rest.